Welcome back to the Pokemon Sword and Shield Countdown. Today I want to talk about more handy features that were revealed in yesterday's trailer. Simply, there's a couple things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Pokemon boxes, auto-saving, and Pokemon nicknames. This is one of the bigger pages on the website that I wanted to talk about because I'm excited for some of these features. So handy features to help out you on your adventure. There are many new features in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield that are designed to make your adventure even easier to enjoy. We'd like to show you a few examples. So, Pokemon boxes. You can deposit Pokemon boxes, or you can deposit Pokemon boxes. Yeah, but you can deposit Pokemon you don't want on your team in your Pokemon boxes in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. You'll be able to access your Pokemon boxes in various towns and facilities, but also while you're on the road, or even when you're exploring in tall grass. You'll be able to swap out Pokemon into and out of your team whenever you want. So try experimenting with all sorts of different Pokemon. Just be aware that there are a few places, such as the mission areas, that you take on in the Pokemon gyms, where you won't be able to access your boxes. Oh, nice! Okay, that was my main concern. So, if you didn't play Let's Go, Pikachu Let's Go Eevee, they had this new feature where you could access your PC from pretty much anywhere. Which is interesting. You know, it's a quality of life change. I wasn't a giant fan of it myself. To be honest, it felt a little OP to me. But hey, I mean, you can always limit yourself. But anyway, now that I know that it's not accessible in like mission areas, so I would assume like the Evil Team HQ, you know, all legendary areas and stuff like that, Pokemon gyms, championships, all that kind of stuff. You won't be able to cheat and just like lose half your mons and then get another half on your team. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, it is a really quality life of change anyway. Like, I mean, if you don't want to run back to the Pokemon Center, which is understandable, you can just pull out the mon that you need there. Or heck, if you're catching mons and you say you only have 4 people on your team, and you don't want that mon that you just caught on your team, you just quickly deposit it in your box. And that makes a lot more sense than normal. But anyway, yeah, it's a total quality of life change. I think will be useful in the main series at least. It was in Let's Go. Again, I wasn't a big fan of it because I felt a little OP in that game, and maybe they'll try to tone it down in this game. So I'm excited for this. And you're still able to get to the PC in like the Pokemon Center, which makes me feel happy because if you want to limit yourself and not use this, you can still get to the PC in the Pokemon Center. So as useful as that is. Okay, so. Auto-saving. This is a new feature to Pokemon. Saving diligently has always been part of a Pokemon adventure, but now there's an autosave function to help you out. The autosave function is automatically saves of your process during your adventure at various points, such as when you enter a town or a building. So it's like Luigi's Mansion 3. If you've played Luigi's Mansion 3 or seen any gameplay from it, it's whenever you enter a new room in Luigi's Mansion that the game will start autosaving. And so it actually recommends that you don't go in like 6 different doors within like a few seconds, because it will freak out and like not autosave. So it's probably gonna be the similar situation to this game, where you probably don't want to go into like 3 different houses within the span of like 20 seconds. So keep it cool, and I think the game recommends you stay in like a room for at least 10 seconds. So that's probably gonna be the same for this thing. But anyway, the function is automatically turned on when you begin your adventure, but you'll be able to turn it off if you want more control over when your progress is saved. Even with autosave on, you'll be able to still save manually too, as you could when the autosave is off. Go to options menu to choose how you'd like to save, and you can set up the experience that suits your style. A message will appear in the upper right hand corner of the screen when your progress is being saved. So yeah, it says now saving up in there. So it's interesting. Nice. I think autosave is a good feature. I mean, to be honest, the main thing about Pokemon games is that sometimes they don't save correctly. And yes, they are right saying it before, that diligently saving is a part of a Pokemon adventure. I save probably 3 or 4 times when I finally do stop the game. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna save like 6 times, make sure everything's good to go. So you save in front of the gym leaders and stuff. So now you'll be okay. It'll just be all like, whenever you enter a town or a village or something like this, it'll help you out. And this will help out content creators like myself or other people, that if they do end up having like a recording that does corrupt, and it happens, they can always go back to their autosave and just re-record that whole episode then. So I like that. It's quality of life change there. And then nicknames. If a Pokemon you received in a trade doesn't have a nickname, you'll have the chance to give it a nickname, but only once. Speak to the man standing behind the left-hand counter of any Galar Pokemon Center. This Jack of all trades is sure to help you out. Note that as in previous titles, you won't be able to change the name of the traded Pokemon that already have a nickname. So, if a Pokemon you got traded does not have a nickname, you can nickname it, which that is a quality of life change, because, I mean, for those who know, I mean, you get these mons from Wonder Trade or from random trades online or something like that, and if it's just named Wooloo, you wouldn't be able to nickname it before. Oh well, if you had a nickname, then you couldn't change that anyway, and I don't think you can do that as well. Like I said there at the bottom, you can't. If it has a nickname, you still cannot change it. But if it doesn't have a name, you have the option to change it. So that's awesome. Pretty useful quality of life change there. Nicknames have just been a thing that I've embraced over the past few years, to be honest. Especially since I've been doing like triple soul links with my buddies. It's just like something I've embraced. I don't really I don't just like name my Pokemon the same name anymore. It's just, I have nicknames, and I honestly like it. I mean, I never liked it before because I'd always thought it was a silly thing, but nowadays it's like, heck, it's just like a quality of life thing to do. It's like when I think about Nuzlocke, the three rules of Nuzlocke are your Pokemon die, they're dead, catch area, and the nicknames. I don't really think that should be a rule anymore because it's just like such a mainstream thing to do. Like, I don't think it should be a rule. So, but anyway, that's just my opinion. So, anyway, 3 quality of life changes right there alone that will help out this your adventure there. I think it's really freaking awesome what they're doing with this game and how progressive they're going in with like the auto-saving stuff. That's really cool.